With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin. Work on the Bourne Bridge will begin Thursday, not today as originally intended. At that time, travel over the bridge will be reduced to one lane in either direction. Message boards positioned on either side of the bridge will alert motorists of delays. Bridge work will halt from noontime next Wednesday through 9 a.m. the following Monday to allow for smooth travel over the holiday weekend. The results of an investigation into the Massachusetts Estuaries Project were discussed in public today at Town Hall. Several scientists tasked with examining concerns about models created by the project spoke at the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative's meeting earlier today. Those concerns may have stalled many wastewater-related conversations across the region. We'll have more on those results on tomorrow's Barnstable Today. The Barnstable School Committee welcomed a new member and said goodbye to a departing one at last night's meeting.
I want to recognize that we have one extra person here tonight, and that's Chris Joyce. And Chris Joyce was the newly elected school committee member. He begins his service the next meeting. It's just the way the meetings fall and when he gets sworn in and all that type of thing. But Chris, we are extremely happy to have you join us. And would you like to say a few words or introduce yourself?
First of all, I'm just extremely happy and proud to be here. As I've said, as I was running, I went to Barnstable High School, so this is just a great feeling to be able to come back and help with the schools, and I couldn't be happier, so thank you. And we wish Mr. McDonald the best of luck as he leaves tonight. And as someone said to me the other day, so, well, you're taking Mr. McDonald's seat. I said, well, it's not a tough trade-off, 35 years in education. I went to Stockbridge School of Agriculture, but I think we'll have a good time together, and thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
And there was a nice segue. It is Tom McDonald's last meeting as a school committee member, and we do have a little something to reward his service as a school committee member. And
you got to show the viewing public here. Oh my God.
High school, a picture from the yearbook.
We'll put your let's make sure it's microphone us. So his graduation picture from high school. And what else is there?
Oh my God. This is where Ed Tynan signed my diploma. Well, I should, yeah. Dr. Tynan signed my diploma from high school, so it is, actually, no, that's not. No, he signed my my actual first teacher's contract back on July 9th of 1973. Glenn, I believe that was just a little bit ahead of you. Am I right? Yeah, yeah.
So we'll let. So Glenn has. We're going to let Glenn rhyme in on that.
Oh, I'm sure. And then down below it just says Barnstable Public Schools, 1965 to 2011. Student, teacher, principal, superintendent, and school committee member. So.
And you've served them all well.
Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mary Schakowsky, spoke about what she and others learned at a recent conference.
I, along with our school committee members, attended, Pat, Margot, and Stephanie attended the annual MASC-MASS joint conference last week. And just recently we were talking, I know Pat was facilitating a session with MSBA, and there's some new funding that's coming out for school districts. It's $60 million that funds MSBA, the Massachusetts School Building Authority, is going to put forward to reach out to districts to submit statements of interest for new high school science lab initiative as part of the STEM initiative. And I'm going to be talking with Pat, Clark, and Gareth about possibly the criteria of our district being able to apply for that. Also, a great deal of conversation, I think, took place at the conference around the new educator evaluation framework. It's an ongoing discussion that many superintendents and school committees are having around what is this model going to look like. And a new model, a template, is going to be released on January 12th. And this will be a model template for districts to either adapt, adopt, change, and it will be for superintendents, for teachers and for principals. And shortly after the model comes out, I would love the opportunity, I think Pat mentioned it as well, to sit down with the school committee and talk about this new process and what it's going to look like. Because I think there will be some training involved with school committees and superintendents. Also, there's going to be an upcoming MTA workshop that Brooke has been working on. It's going to be held in Barnstable on November 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. And we sent out an all-school to staff, to our administration, and certainly the school committee, if you're able to attend. It's going to be on November 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. And it's really about working together to look at our current instruments and then how we can either adopt or adapt to this new model and what that's going to look like. Every model will require now, and every evaluator instrument will require both a professional practice goal, what they refer to, and then a student learning goal. So it has to be tied to some form of student growth over a period of time. And it can be state assessments, it can be MCAS, but it can be local assessments, and we're really encouraging our teachers to participate in that discussion.
Members of Barnstable High School's East Asian Club will be taking a trip to Beijing this spring. The school committee approved the trip last night. Here, teacher Jerry Wallach explains the trip, followed by students' reasons for wanting to participate.
You might ask why at this time, and briefly to sum up, the economics, the politics, the transformation of two societies, the U.S.-China relationship, the ongoing development of what's taking place in the world, interconnectedness globally. We, as a school, as students, as teachers and staff, we need to help our students prepare for that. It's happening as we speak. And I would like this to be initiation of perhaps other trips, but certainly perhaps Mandarin language being taught at the high school. Many communities in our nation, in our state, are teaching it. And I believe that to get on board, I've just met a good number of members in our community who are already, they are working back and forth to China. And to help our young people be part of that, I certainly would like to get us going on that.
I'm Ruby Mitchell, and well, I personally want to go to China because I think it's really important to kind of like experience other cultures besides just what you're like used to. And you know, I think it's important for people to understand that like it's not just the United States, like it's a whole global thing, you know? So I think that's important to have like a wide horizon of how you view things and just more of a better understanding of how the world works and different cultures. And
Hi, I'm Sydney Spate, and basically why I want to go is because it's like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Like, I don't know how many people can say they've been to China, and I just think it'll be a really great experience for me to see how the other world, like the other half of the world lives, and just like to see the culture. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Zoe Hall. One of the reasons why I want to go to China is because as I was growing up, my parents always taught me to travel, and the fact that I can do that with my school is important to me. And I just want to be able to experience what other people live and what they do in their daily lives.
This Thursday marks the last meeting for the current sitting Barnstable Town Council. A busy agenda is in store. Councilors will be asked to approve minutes for the March 17th executive session, as well as those from 3 other meetings. The council will also discuss the fiscal 12 tax levy, something that is expected to be voted on that night. New business includes appropriation requests for revitalization of Ridgewood Park, CPC funds for open space along the Marston's Mills Herring Run, and an acceptance of a grant to fund the installation of electric vehicle charging stations. The meeting begins at 7 p.m. Thursday night. It will be televised live on Channel 18, and we will have more on that meeting tomorrow. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.